Good evening. As you can see, our new base is currently under construction. Things are looking pretty good. We've sort of hit a point of stability now, but we're still very, very far from secure. We're working on our kill box, or rather, kill tunnel at this point. The plan, if you didn't make it through the previous episode, is to pump this Helixian gas here into this chamber and to flood the whole thing with toxic, flammable gases. And hopefully that's enough to starve out the opponents, or at least make them, make them regret coming this way. If we can weaken them enough that, once we've got this cotton harvest in, we'll extend the kill box up, of course. If we can weaken them enough that we can sort of down them more easily, that's fine with me too. Then, looking up north, we now have a mech cluster that is camping out right outside our base and shut down a few of our guests who didn't respect our forbidden door policy. So I guess that's kind of on them. We've got two of them in sickbay at the moment, but the rest, this Adam guy keeps standing up and getting shot again. Thankfully, he doesn't actually have any bleeds, so he won't die, and we shouldn't take any reputation hits with this faction. Then we also have a nice 6 new colonists to name. This episode is being recorded right after the other one. Unfortunately, I don't have time this week to wait for feedback, so if you've submitted names, they'll be in the next episode, and if you'd still like your name in game, please do drop a comment down below. We have a slight problem here. Our visitors have decided to leave after a fairly awful stay, and they're now going to get killed. If they go past this stuff, they're going to get shot to death. So we need to very quickly react here. And I'm just going to throw this wall. Oh, come on. You've got to tell it. You won't do it? Forbidden. Oh, it's because it's outside the mountain base area. Right. So basically, we're just going to make sure that these guys... Oh, I hate this. The selector mod's useful, but sometimes it's annoying. We are basically just going to make sure that they cannot physically leave out of this door. If they want to leave, they gotta go the long way around. And hopefully, they will not try and path to this point. Hopefully, they will try and path out here somewhere, but you never know with these kinds of mods. Okay, there we go. They are leaving. They won't come back again for some time. That's a shame, but it's also kind of fine. You know, we really cannot we really cannot protect them if they go out here. This at the moment is kind of a nice raid deterrent. We have some allies under threat though. So a mech cluster of double size will deploy nearby, but we have no idea what's going to be in it. And we have to protect 4 tribal people for 5 days. We could get an ultra screen tech television, but we don't really need... Nah, we don't really need that. The Psychic Sooth Pulse would be great if we had humans. We don't have them. The Plastial's always good. I don't know. I'm also going to go ahead and into our quests, and I'm going to accept... Oh, shit, did I miss it? I missed it by 9 hours, damn it. I was going to accept this delivering of 870 cotton for the Goodwill, but it looks like I missed it. Oh well. That would have helped a lot, if in case these guests die. That could have fixed our relations, but so be it. That shan't be the case. Now we do actually have, I think we finished all of our jobs, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and continue to dig out some more of the mountain. We've got geothermal power researching, then we're going to go for smithing, machining, and then we'll be able to remove overhead mountains. And once we're able to remove overhead mountains, we are going to want to make some turrets. Yeah, should I be building these maybe into these walls so that they can't breach this? Yeah, I think I should. So I'm actually going to move these vents like this. And that way, hopefully, we can flood this space a little faster. I don't know if the gas moves or if it just sort of vents right around itself, so we might have to put down a few of these, actually. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Oh, I suppose we can just replace it, right? We'll throw this one... Yeah, over there. I think we'll put down a few of these. They only cost steel, after all. Okay, a few days later, it's in fact actually been 3 days since we started the recording, and our first major crisis has happened. We now have an animalisk on the map. These things suck. It's a huge spider-like creature with arcane runes carved on its exoskeleton, or wanders through this territory. The creature is an animalisk, a gigantic herbivorous insect that devours animal grass and trees. Now, normally, this would be a huge problem, especially if you're playing tribal, because this thing just goes and eats all your animal grass. However, I think we're going to be okay, as not only have we A, cut down our anima tree, like a bunch of savages, but we've also B, got no psychic abilities, so it doesn't really affect us. If this was a Feralisk, or a Feralisk clutch mother, God forbid, we would be in a lot of danger, because they just lay eggs everywhere, and before you know it, the entire map is overrun with little murderous monsters. However, what we do have coming in now is, the problem we're running into now, is a severe lack of components. And without components, I can't build the high-tech research bench, which gives me the multi-analyzer, which gives me the fabrication table, which allows me to make more components. Once you've got the fabrication table set up, you're sorted. Your problems are over. But until then, you're in a lot of trouble. So we kind of need to make a bit of a suicide run outside to pick up this compacted machinery as soon as possible, because we're going to need more beds too, and I mean, we're flat out. Like, I can't even build this gas-powered refinery. I have set up a little storage area for our gas, because we have some surplus building up. This thing doesn't generate much, so it would be nice to have these, and then we can flood this. For whatever reason, these additional vents aren't working. I read the description again, and it says it needs to have a gas pipe valve in line, so I don't know if that means a valve for each instance or a valve for the whole network. It's not working for the whole network. Like, the network's intact, as you can see. It runs up and around like this. So this should work, but it doesn't for whatever reason. So I think that we might need more of these, and of course they require components. So for now we're just going to have the one vent, which we'll just have to do. I'm hoping that if we have enough gas stored up, one is actually going to be enough anyway, and we could just put it at the end. My plan is basically, once we have some chem fuel, to stick a chem fuel barrel right here, and once the gas hits it, we shoot it, and that should ignite everything inside here. Or we could just make an incendiary launcher once we have machining, but we don't have machining yet, and we don't have the components to use it anyway. Our component run was successful though. We now had, we brought in 14 components, and we now have a gas-powered refinery, which is excellent. I also need to go through and check everyone's gear, because I noticed, yeah, uh-oh, someone just went mime. Oh, Jamie. Oops. Oopsie daisy, I didn't have a bed for him, did I? No, okay, and so the threat remains ever present. Damn it. Okay, well, there's 5 of us out here. There were 6 of us out here. We should be okay. Joanna, you are a really good plant worker. I can't have you flex. I don't want you getting hurt. You're our best cook. Holmes is actually our best cook. All of you pull back. Okay, Joanna, looks like you're taking heat, but we should be able to put this thing down before it can do any real permanent damage. Oh god, Joanna, pull back. Oh man, they hit so hard. Oh god, hit it. There we go. Alright, does anybody else not have a bed? We need to check that very quickly. Arnold here does have a bed. Okay, looks like no one's on a sign, which means everyone does actually have somewhere to sleep. Oh, and we even had extras. God damn it. Okay, well, I mean, that's on me. That is on me. And if you're wondering why this just ends, there's now a subsurface conduit under here. I will eventually replace everything with it, because they can't be attacked, but they cost quite a bit more steel. So, for now, that's a vanity project, and one we can sort of kind of afford, but also not really. Alright, and we've got a new friend joining us here. Michael has decided to pitch up and give us a hand. He is an excellent fighter, and kind of just incapable of pretty basic stuff, medical and intellectual. That's okay. He's a medieval coghead. Oh, a medieval automaton. Interesting. Okay, so we've gone ahead and sunk 5 more components into this machining table, which leaves us with 4, which gives us just 2 more of these beds, which should basically help us, you know, get the last 2 colonists that join us. However, we do have a couple of extras here, so maybe we could spend those somewhere else. We are, however, running out very quickly, as I'm sure you're all aware. A tool cabinet's probably a good idea, because I want to churn out an absolute garbage number of simple helmets. Alternatively, we could go down the tailoring route and make some leather helmets. In fact, maybe that's a better idea. You know what? I'm gonna throw down a tailoring bench right over there, and we're actually gonna get this thing refining chem fuel from wood. I think do it until we have like, I don't know, 500. Sure, and then we'll just make ourselves a little chem fuel storage nook over here. That should be fine, just like that. Let's keep the walls too thick, so go this way. Okay, well, we might as well just dig it up to the passage edges. There we go. Okay, that's all working. Alright, we also have a quest here called the Foreboding Building, which requires us to spend about 700 stone, which we can get with a bit of mining. We can get a bunch of slate to do this. We have to build it within 17 days, and it has to survive for 22. If it's destroyed, then 15 man-hunting cougars will arrive, so basically we just get rewarded with some free food. Now, we could take this for goodwill. Currently, our goodwill with the Grand Federation is, I think, 17. It's quite low. It's 6, yeah, because we had some, our guests got injured. We really, really want to improve relations with the androids. because that's going to be our primary source of colonists. We can just go over there and buy them. You know, obviously, primary source is the joining, but we're going to run dry pretty quickly. We've been very lucky with the storytellers. We're getting the easy ones. We could use a revolver, but I mean, like, one major raid and we're dead. Like, we're just not armed for anything at the moment. We could use this revolver. What does that do? 26 range, 18 damage, near perfect accuracy, or perfect accuracy at close and short range. But I mean, that is just a sidearm in the end, and Jade isn't worth much. I think we'll take it for the goodwill. Yeah, and we can spend the money. We need to do some quests anyway. Okay, so what does this thing look like? Hopefully it's not too big. Ah, that's alright. That's alright. We can throw that down just in here, I think. That should be fine. We are going to have to shrink the field slightly, of course. So let's do that now. We'll just sort of cut out that much, and we'll replace what needs to be replaced. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, in an attempt to dig up a little bit of slate blocks and chunks and things for this this construction down here, we've actually gone ahead and queued up a whole bunch of digging. Now, I'm not actually sure what all of these rooms are going to be used for yet. I've just sort of dug a few out, really. And we'll sort of, this is definitely going to be a prison. We'll just keep the doors open, and each prisoner will have their cells. They should use the table in the center, but yeah, you never know with Rimworld. We might just have to leave no door there. I don't know. We'll work it out. Anyway, this will probably be a guest room or another workshop, as will this and this. This will probably be a hospital. There's a whole bunch to work out here. Anyway, but we'll get to all that. I'm sort of slowly walling ourselves in, replacing walls and things, all of that just to get slate chunks. We just need, I think, 3 more to fill the space, and then when these corpses burn out, it will be, oh no, 7 or so. That's fine. And then we're actually going to go ahead and store the remaining ones over here in this thing so that we can process them into bricks. And that's going to be pretty great for us. There's 2 more. Oh, and there's the rest. Okay, great. So we should have filled up our tunnel now. It's going to slow the enemies down as much as possible. We could move the corpses, but I'm fine with just leaving them there. Make it as awful as possible. And also, you know, that way when we set it on fire eventually, it solves 2 birds with 1 stone. Anyway, we now have a ton of slate we need to process, and a ton of digging that needs to be done. We've also just finished the most critical research we're going to do in this Let's Play, and that is mountain roof removal. We need to use this, because this is going to allow us to essentially completely negate the... or do I need to... Yeah, there we go, remove mountainous area. This is going to allow us to completely negate the chance of insect spawning, which is just so valuable to us. It is ridiculous. So we're going to go ahead and queue this up. It looks like it actually designates a... that's interesting, it designates a mining job to get the corners. That's kind of cool. I don't actually want to mine out all those corners, though, per se. So maybe we should pay a slightly closer attention to how we're doing this. Hold on. Okay, that seems to be most of it. Now what we're going to do is remove roofs selectively. So let's start off with our immediate vicinity, like all of this stuff here. And of course we'll do it to the outside as well. Why not? Cancel those diggings. And then we're going to want to... Yeah, like I said, we're kind of going to do this as it comes. So we'll do it for that there. We'll do it definitely for the stockpile. That makes a lot of sense, and we'll do it for this room as well. And then we'll probably go on to this workshop, and then I'll just sort of do it piece by piece as I see they're finishing with it. Because, yeah, the walls are just as important. And we do actually have this cold enough now where it won't spawn. A mad bumble drone has come and is apparently fighting the mechs, or rather is being decimated by them. Yeah, this is why I don't want to go out there. There's a whole lot of death waiting. And look, we have a lot of people, but I mean, I don't want to consider them expendable until I absolutely have to. So, yeah, we're kind of keeping our head above water as it is. We really... Ooh, shit, I can't put this here, can I? Oh, I also haven't told you about our new and exciting... Oh, I suppose I could move this wind turbine. That's probably the safer bet here. Let's do that. Wind turbine, you live here now. Okay, anyway, I haven't told you about our brand new slate embrasure system, which is very exciting. I have no idea if this is going to work. I'm sort of just praying at this point, really. What we have here is a new kill box design, and I can actually go ahead and unforbid this. We're going to do this the easy way, because, yeah, just allow selection. There we go. Okay, so the way this is going to work is enemies will come through here. They're going to be gassed by the Hexlean gas, and once we have enough chem fuel stashed up, I don't feel like we do. 455, we got enough. We'll build some chem fuel barrels over here. In fact, let's get that done. We'll stick one, like, right there for now. This thing's going to explode in a bunch of fire, which should help us sort of not only distract the brawler enemies coming in for a bit, but it's going to allow us to hopefully ignite the gas that comes through here. If it doesn't, if this gas doesn't get there in time, I'll do some tests, then we might end up actually deconstructing this vent and building it elsewhere. Anyway, once we've got all of this, once we've got all of that ignited, we're going to have turrets in these spots here, which we have almost researched. We are almost there. Another sort of 1,000 or so research and we'll have it. We're going to have gun turrets in here, and then our actual androids are going to just stand back here in the relative safety of this bunker. That should, hopefully, provide enough layers of defense that we can handle most invasions. This gas thing is going to do absolutely nothing against mechs, though. It will kill androids, it will not kill mechanoids. They are immune to fire. So we are very much going to be reliant on firepower there, which isn't great. So I am thinking about maybe putting in some brawler doors on the sides here, with sort of double airlocks that we could put androids in, and we can kind of open a door, punch a centipede, try and get them to come out into a sort of a space over here, and then we'll have 4 doors or 3 doors around that where we can put 3 people and swarm it. Yeah, it's an option. It's an option. We could actually do the whole 9-door thing, where you completely surround it with doors and you put people in each one, and then you punch it, and then as soon as you're getting too injured, you just pull back and the door closes. It's a really good sort of cheesy way to deal with it. And our next wanderer has joined. Bryce here comes to us rusted and ready. He is going to be... Oh, actually, Bryce, what do? You're a decent shot, okay. And a fine medic. But that doesn't help us much because we need crafting, of course, for the androids. However, I will always take good shooters. You can come on in. I wonder if it's worth trying to sort of run him here and grab this stuff. But I think this auto-charge turret is just going to smash him if we try that. So no, Bryce, you just come on in. It's fine. It's fine. We're sort of slowly, getting back into things. We're currently rebuilding a stockpile of upgrade kits. We're going to need those to improve our androids, and then we'll get cutting on the helmets and some protective armor. We do need to start chopping some trees, though. We are very, very much in need of new chem fuel. So let's go ahead and rip all this out, and then I'll actually go ahead and set up, I think, maybe an internal power source. We could use the gas, but I'd rather use the gas for defensive purposes. So we'll hold off on building any generators until we've got that sorted. Because this little nook here would be pretty good for a sort of a step backup generator. I also need more components desperately. I'm sort of currently praying that we find some in here, because going outside right now is very dangerous. Not just because of the mechs, as you know, that's sort of like a secondary problem. No, it's because of the miming. If they've gone for too long, they just burst on me, and I can't keep losing people. I know it looks like we've got a lot, but remember that every single one of these dudes is absolute garbage at everything they do. Okay, our next big bad has happened. Another animalisk is on the map. Again, these guys don't really bother us. We don't deal with animatries, so I mean, he can keep throwing them at him. I'm guessing those are weighted quite heavily, because if you were playing a tribal playthrough, that would be a huge problem for you. Thankfully, though, we aren't. So we can actually just go ahead and ignore that. Chappie, before you move that wall, I'm going to ask you to, finish building these ones. Once we've got this filled in, I'll attack the mechs. I just want to... This is a bit of micromanagement, so I need to focus. We also got some weapons and a cargo pod. What have we got? Ooh, a feral anti-material rifle. That is something we want. Bryce, you're the new guy, right? Yeah, you can shoot. Bryce, go ahead and stop using your battery. Pick up, like, I don't know, how many pumpkins do you need to feed yourself? Get like 15 pumpkins, and that'll hopefully feed him. And go on. Oh, you've actually got a packaged survival meal. Okay, we'll take the extra food. That's fine. And we're gonna manually run you all the way out here to get a little bit of. Oh, I need to unforbid this to get a little bit more firepower on the team. Oh, and just as I was making fun of how little was happening, Bryce, actually, you're going to have to go back now, buddy. We now have to deal with the Manhunter pack of, what are these? Jaguars? Yeah. Okay. How many? Total? 11? Not great. I think the best thing we can do is actually going to be to get Bryce to come and stand in this doorway, to close that door, and see if we can't bring them in through here. Because if we hold this open... unforbid and hold this open, the panthers will pass through the mechs, and maybe we can get them to fight each other. That would be ideal, of course. And of course we're going to forbid that, so no one goes through it. But that might just do the trick. Let's see. It looks like, yes indeed, they are pathing in this direction. Bryce, let's go ahead and close that door. You can head up top and eat your food, please. Because you are about to go mime on me, aren't you? Yep, pretty close. And let's see this happen. Okay, Brycey boy, actually use your battery since you're coming back into base. Just go recharge, that's fine. Oh yeah, let's watch this happen. This has been a long time coming, hasn't it? Sorry, just had to check I was recording there. Yeah, the Cougars are, in fact, or the Jaguars rather, are in fact in, and I'm going to get Joanna to come stand right here so that we can close this door. If they look like they're gonna win. Yeah, we're gonna want to close this door. Joanna, you come right here. Oh, damn it. Always do that in the wrong order. There we go. Okay, so she should close that behind her. She did. And maybe it's time to put this defensive structure to the test, because we're gonna have to fight these things one way or another, right? Michael, you go ahead and stand in that corner. Someone else with a decent amount of armor, Holmes. You're not much of a fighter, but you can stand over there. I suppose Bradley's got some plate. Ooh, are they going to take out that Oritard for me too? Oh, they did, and they didn't go boom on it. Oh, we can finally leave the house again. This is wonderful. Okay, let's test this all out. So, Flex, you go stand over. Oh, so the the small one went nuclear. Fair enough. Holmes, could you actually stand in that door? Let's open this thing up again. They're all going to path all the way down because they're idiots. And in the meantime, we can get everybody else to come and stand over here. Pollo, come on in with that shotgun. Heisen, Bryce, you don't have weapons, you're free. Arnold, could you stand just... and we already begin to see a bit of a problem with this design. You can't actually get all that many people in space, can you? Holmes, where the hell is Michael? Oh, he's very slowly making his way up here, okay. We need to get more people. Yeah, this design, we could use, this should be in braziers. I think that's the problem. In fact, I'm actually going to preempt this, and I'm going to go ahead and get that set up now in the middle of the action, as is the largely unemployed way. There we go. We're going to do that for all of these, so that no matter where we're standing, we can fire down. Okay, Holmes, you're going to need to pull back, buddy. He's one of our unnamed guys, so I don't mind too much if he dies, but I believe he's a really decent cook. Yeah, he is. Oh, and he's down. Okay, well, we'll check if he's lost any limbs shortly. Looks like we are able to hold the fort here. Bradley, pull back with that sniper rifle. Michael, you get in there. Is that it? Did we win? Oh, looks like we won. Okay, let's go ahead and hunt all of the remaining Jaguars on the map. Oh, we got one left. Okay, he's coming for us. You guys are free to go. Flex, you're free. Who's my best doctor at the moment? Chappie's pretty decent. So Chappie, go ahead and rescue Holmes, would you? We are all set up correctly, right? All my crafters should be the only doctors. Yeah, so like Bryce, don't doctor. Michael, you're going to go out there and take care of this Jaguar for me. Thank you very much. You should be able to beat this without any problems. Ooh, got a nasty swipe on the left arm there, and it's down. Okay, well, everything is now free for us to take, so we're going to want to switch everybody back over to insects, so that they avoid the ones down south, and we're going to want to include insects, this segment over here. Okay, we also have a few fresh rotten corpses for the pile down south, but that's fine for now. Let's go ahead and queue this stuff up for dismantling. We have 5 days left on this storyteller, and it's been kind of fine. He does send a lot of very small raids. Like, I've been skipping over a ton of mad animal events, like just more than you could possibly want to know about. And it's a bit frustrating. So, like, basically, my people in the field are just constantly getting pecked by hares and things. So, you know, he's honest about it. And we did have a miming this episode, so that kind of sucks. Oh, and now that the mech's are gone, we finally have traders coming through again. Okay, well, it's good to have you, boys. Come on in. Please make yourselves at home. And unfortunately, the recording was paused, but we just lost Joanna. She, I guess, just didn't get to bed in time, and yeah, she went mime on us. These things happen, I suppose. Michael is thankfully right next to her and our best fighter, so if anyone's going to be in melee combat with this thing, it's our best armored, best fighter. That's fine with me, really. Melfina, I need you to pull up. Heisen, you can just go back to do whatever you were doing, man. You need to shoot it from behind. Okay, Michael's good. He should go back to resting. Excellent. I need to make sure that everybody is actually set to use battery. We've been having brownouts constantly, so I've gone ahead and scheduled a chem fuel power generator to be built in this room over here, and Chappie is just delivering the last of those components, who himself actually needs a real good rest. Now that we've lost Joanna, though, we can go ahead and give this bed to Bryce, who is currently sleeping up in the workshop, and then switch these over to medical. So that you guys, just so I know where my injured colonists are. Oh, Holmes still can't walk. Oh, T1s, what are you for? Oh god, and we just lost Melfina too. I don't know what's going on here, but everyone is suddenly dying. I don't understand why. Did we hit malnutrition briefly? Is that what happened? It must have. I need to make sure that no one else has any malnutrition. No, okay, so we should be okay now, but if I had checked, I could have quarantined her, and I didn't. That is on me. Bradley, get up. Start shooting at this thing, please, because he's going to kill Pollo with no problems at all. Pollo, actually, you need to pull up, and Heisen, come stand next to it. Maybe, just maybe, we can draw a few punches, because Pollo is going to die. Ooh, there we go, Pollo. Just keep moving. Yeah, Heisen, you take those hits. I don't mind if our research is chilling in bed for a few days, but we've got gun turrets now, after all. And the mountain removal. Okay, everybody, go back to bed and sleep. Galatia, I need you to refuel this chem fuel generator immediately. And then you get to bed too. Oh god, and I guess I've kind of understood the miming. I misunderstood, rather, the miming. It seems like Bryce has gone mime on us too now, despite being in his bed. So he definitely was not suffering from malnutrition when it happened. So maybe the malnutrition isn't the specific debuff that actually causes it. Maybe it's just being low on energy in general. In which case, you know, we're going to have to pretty much stick to the base for the most part. Oh god, okay. Everybody get back to bed, please. I don't know why Bryce just went mime on me. Like, there's no reason he should have. It's so odd. And I think he had a riot helmet on him too. Damn it! Okay, well, Michael's just gonna slowly beat him to death as punishment, I guess. For existing. How dare you. There we go. Michael, yeah, you go to bed, buddy. You rest up. Yeah, this is why bed rest is so important. Okay, I need to do a quick energy check around the base. Everyone is full, except... Oh, Sidious is dead. Oh, buddy, what the hell were you doing out there? Okay, you know what? Despite being able to leave now, like, safely, I don't think we can risk it. I'm going to quickly go ahead and make sure Sidious survives. You know, if I'm on top of it, we can min-max this. Androids can eat plants. Oh, go back. You can go ahead and... Sidious, you just... Yeah. Eat the grass, buddy. Eat the grass, please. Because he's just got some silver that he's sort of... Or some steel that he's holding. Oh, well, this is a good way to test this, because he's not under any malnutrition yet. I'm wondering if he is going to... Because he had, like, yeah, 0 nutrition for a second there. Okay, yeah, you go ahead. You hold the stuff in, would you? You know what, briefly, very briefly, I will unrestrict you so you can hold in these weapons, and then you are back to hiding in the base, please. You know what, bring in the repeating rifle. If you, oh, you can't hold it. No accessible spot configured. Well, don't bring that. Bring that, yes, there we go. Okay. And Sidious will return to base, and we can go ahead and disable that setting again, so they don't eat all my damn plants, because that's what invariably happens. Whew. Okay, this is tense, man. This is tense. As our last day with the storyteller begins to come to a close, it's probably worth pointing out here, because I'm sure some of you have wondered, why I didn't build my geothermal geyser when going for power, and it's simply because we don't have the components. I'm not sure if this is base game, or if this is a mod that's done this, but this thing costs 8. I mean, I always remember it costing a lot of steel. I don't remember it costing this many components, but I mean, it is pretty balanced because it is free eternal power, and we have 2 more of them right up here. Ooh, and another one right there. You know, we're actually in a pretty good spot to, like, grab external geysers, but this one right here, I mean, that's ours. That's in the pocket, you know. So yeah, we do actually have a fair amount of power kind of just sitting right next to us, but we can't access it yet. I have 7 components. I could potentially... you know what we should do? You know where we should invest this? Because we have a couple of free beds now. We should invest this in a comms console. Yeah, but that's sort of the only real way we're going to be able to trade for more anyway, so... I'm going to put this somewhere it won't get covered by insects, which will be in here, and then we're going to need an orbital trade beacon. And I'm probably going to end up doing most of my storage in this room, but for now we'll just throw it over there. Because that's where the majority of my valuable goods are. Okay, that's 4 components plus that's 5. Jesus, okay, that's gonna hurt. But I mean, hey, that's the cost of doing business, right? We're having a really weird bug here before I deal with the storyteller, where this wind turbine says it's blocked by a slate wall. It's the one I built over here, and when I moved it, it apparently kept the zone, which is super exploitable. Because this one's free, right? So, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I have to know. Wait. Can I put this inside? Will it keep this zone? Wait a minute. This is something we can game. I know I need to deal with the storyteller change. I'm sorry, and the wanderer, but this is taking precedent. Holy shit, it works. Oh my god, we could game that so much. Oh, Jesus, oh man. Should we have an internal wind farm? I don't know what, this is a pretty major bug. It must have something to do with the minify mod. Oh, I guess it doesn't update, it doesn't recheck. It only does the check once, maybe? No, but it must constantly check, because if trees grow, it won't work. Oh, that is bizarre. So if I build a slate wall here, this will be blocked. Oh, I'll put it back for now, but guys, I mean, you need to let me know if that's something we should exploit or not. Because, I mean, every part of me wants to. Every part of me wants to cheese this to the point where we just have like a wind farm bank. Because we could just keep building them in this spot and then putting them elsewhere. Because yeah, as you can see, this thing, it's producing less power than this one, because it says it's still blocked by this slate wall over here. Ooh. Ooh, that is juicy. Okay. Well, that's up to you. I'm going to put that one up to the viewer. If you want to see me cheese the hell out of that, I'm more than happy to. In my private games, I absolutely will be doing that. But in this one, I guess we'll see. So Elton's joined us. He is a T1 android with, he's got some pretty average stats. He's going to be a good researcher. T1s in general are pretty good to just sort of, you know, fire and forget, leave them in the base, let them do their thing. He's actually not an awful crafter, so we'll actually get him on a secondary doctoring role as well. But yeah, that's going to be the most of your life from now on. What's your new name? Sorry, I've already forgotten you. Elton? Yeah, Elton John. Well, you're going to be a candle in our wind for a change. Elton, let's make sure you can sleep in a bed and make sure that you are able to do so. Just double check that everybody's using their batteries. Yes, they are. And then our new storyteller is Serena. Uh-oh. I have a feeling this is one of those hardcore storytellers. Yes, she's an impatient force who want you dead. Her aim is to overrun and destroy you, and she will come in full force. Oh boy. So don't expect much help or any time to recover at all. Serena won't be fair, be advised. Okay. Huh. What are we going to do? Our kill box exists, as much as I can say right now. We have... You know, we've spent the components we need to in order to get more components at this point. We just don't have the tech to make them ourselves, so turrets are currently out of the question. I could maybe build one. 3 components for a mini turret. A Gatling gun. Oh, interesting. Oh, it needs to be manned, but it's only steel. 5 components for the military ones. Could build a searchlight. That sort of stuns biological enemies. Oh, I can also very much go around and harvest up these plants so that they don't catch fire. But anyway, guys, that is all we have time for today. I really hope you've enjoyed watching. I have very much enjoyed recording this episode. It was quite slow, but I feel like we got quite a bit done. We're currently working on this monument, so hopefully we'll have that finished in time for the quest. I would like that goodwill. But as always, your goodwill is consistently appreciated. Thank you very much, everybody, for the comments, the likes. It's really helping the channel. We've hit that 1,000 sub goal. I can finally relax knowing that I'm making about $1.29 a month. Oh yeah, big bucks. And I'm really looking forward to seeing where the channel goes in the coming months. Anyway, as always, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.